Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be working on our powder coat setup, kinda. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go hop in the blue truck. We're on to Harbor Freight. When you pick up some stuff there, when you go to Lowe's, pick up some stuff for our Sandblaster deal. So, I've actually been thinking about this for a while, and I had a friend of mine was asking me if we could do a patio table. So it obviously won't fit in our cabinet. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to set up outside of the cabinet in a way. I have an idea. But anyway, we just got back up here from the shop. You can see the sawhorse is out and media all over the ground. But we got together a bit of a parts list. So we're going to go to Harbor Freight, pick up some stuff, like I said, as well as Lowe's, possibly, hopefully. If they have everything, maybe we'll have to go somewhere else, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to run in here. I'm going to grab the keys for either that or the Chrysler. I don't know, one of the two. And we're going to run down there and see what we can get. All right, so what we did a while ago is we took the entire setup here out of the cabinet. I had this bucket full of crushed glass, this thing over here, that we used for doing some stuff at one time. But anyway, I got another 5-gallon bucket. We picked up some Sandblast gloves here to use out of a cabinet. We picked up a hood there. As well as I got these for the new air compressor up there, and then a cap. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another one of these draw straw setups here. That way we can leave this one in the cabinet, and then this other one can be out. And we also picked up 5 foot of 5/8 heater hose for that, so should be good. We already had some PVC. We're gonna do this one out of PVC, just like this one. And also picked up some glue sticks for that. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm going to pull these out, measure both of these, get some more cut because we had some PVC left over. So I'm gonna get 2 more of these cut. Go ahead, drill some holes in them. Just like I did on this one, and we'll go ahead and start getting it all glued up. All right, so we have our 2 pieces of PVC, and this is some old PVC we had laying in the shop, in the attic, but it should be fine. So we got our cap on here. This PVC, for whatever reason, is a little bit larger than the 1/2 inch. We had to hammer that cap on, so it's not going anywhere. And then as you can see right there, we drilled, I believe it was 5/16 holes in there, something like that. I'll double check the drill bit here in a moment. But as you can see, I got those lined up real good. So I got it zip tied. That way it'll hold, and I'll just leave these zip ties on just that way, a little extra security. So these glue sticks actually aren't large enough for my glue gun that came in my PDR kit. So what I did is I took this old piece here that looks kind of funny, and I'm using it just to push a little glue stick through, because I don't want to use that yellow glue, because I believe that is just for PDR stuff, if I remember correctly. But anyway, here in a second, when this gets heated up, I'm gonna go ahead and get these glued together. So this kind of helps with airflow. And then we will put our suction tube on here, which will go up into our gun, and we should be good. So, like I said, I'm gonna get these glued up here in just a moment, and we'll test this thing out. All right, so as you can see, our little setup here. This is the heater hose that we bought. Just bought it from AutoZone, just to try this. We'll see how long this lasts. I'm interested to know that because it's pretty flexible. but stretched it over there. You can see that. And got our tube all done up. So it works. We had a rusty piece of square tube. You could probably see it right there. Maybe if I zoom in. It cleaned it pretty quick, I will say. And then I have this winch bracket that I bought for $420 that I had years ago. And well, as you can see on it cleaned it up. It did this in about 45 seconds, maybe a minute, 2 at most. And I would say that is pretty good. So the only issue is these gloves and this hood that I bought don't fit me. Doesn't fit my big old arms or my big head. So I guess sandblasting is going to continue to be my grandpa's job. So at least for right now. So anyways, this deal works. What we did, we have our regular air dryer that we use for this. We have the gun out of the cabinet, as you can see, with a nice wore out tip on it. Those tips suck. I buy 3 of them. They're like, I think they're like 35 or 40 bucks for 3 of them. And it seems like every time we sandblast something, we eat through at least one of them. The last video I did, powder coating, we went and bought brand new ones, and we have one left. And then this is one of them, and then the other one is under here somewhere. I mean, it's worse than that one. So there it is, right there. Yeah, that's no good. So I guess at some point I need to figure out about all of that stuff and see if we can upgrade that. Because like I said, I had just bought those in the last video. So during the last video, we went through, I guess 3 of them, because we had a new one in it already. And then it went through that one, it went through this one, and then that one there. So I need to figure out about that. But at some point, we want to get the pot blaster going over here. So at some point, that thing that I spent a ton of time and a good deal of money on, we're going to get it going and not have to buy these tips anymore. So if anybody's curious, this is what we buy currently. So this is what they look like new. If anybody was curious, they don't last very long. But anyway, like I said, we need to get that pot blaster going at some point. It's just a temporary thing to get kind of going. Over here, we've had this back here forever. This air compressor motor, the thing knocked. I started a video on it, and then we couldn't find parts, so I quit filming. I think I still have the footage. So if I can find parts, we'll finish this video. But this thing is messed up. I don't know where's the rod. The rod is the worst of the whole deal. Is it the little? I think it's the little piston. Yeah, it's ovaled. The rod is ovaled. There it is. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. So this one's good. The big piston rod is good. The little one, on the other hand, isn't. And thinking back, I hope I ordered the right piston. I finally, over the weekend, sat down and just looked for parts all weekend. I found a few parts, but not all of them. Went ahead and ordered them. So I'll find that rod at some point. But anyway, we measured it out. I'm going to see if I can find and cross-reference one. But that is for an 80-gallon compressor that a friend of ours has. But anyways, yes, my hair is an absolute mess. But we have this 60-gallon, and it can't keep up with the pot blaster with all the half-inch fittings and stuff on it. You start out, we got that thing set 125 pounds. Within just 30 seconds, maybe a minute, it'll go there from struggling to keep up to 60. And at 60, the pot blaster will not operate at all. So that doesn't put out enough CFM. I believe this compressor puts out 15 CFM. That requires 25. So what we were thinking is this 80-gallon that a friend of ours has. He has had that thing forever. It ran out of warranty, and then it started knocking. Well, obviously, there's a piston and rods oiled out. Not hard to figure out why. But it's an 80-gallon. And what we were thinking is, if nothing else, we could take it, and we could take this one, this 60-gallon Ingersoll, plumb them together into one airline, and send it. Probably not the best thing in the world to do, but I think it'll work. And then also down there we have another air compressor, which is, I think, an 80-gallon. We don't know. It's large, and it needs a motor. So if nothing else, we might see if we can get that motor rebuilt on it and start using it. I don't know. There's a ton of things going on. We'll figure it out at some point, though. But anyway, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to double check and make sure I ordered the right piston. I ordered piston, and hopefully it comes with rings. I ordered a like the valve seat stuff. Ordered it because the reed was broke on that one. And I ordered a new pin, a new wrist pin. So let me see if I can find this this other rod, and I'll show you. Here it is. All right, so on this rod, the crankshaft portion is fine. The piston side, on the other hand, is not so healthy. So this piece, all this stuff is discontinued. So the piston, the wrist pin, the valve reeds, or the whole like seat, is all discontinued. So I'm finding new old stock stuff, and like I said, this is the only thing that I can't find. So I emailed a few people, see if we can find something, and I'm gonna do some searching. We got our mic out and did a bunch of measuring. So I want to see if I can find something that will cross-reference in and fit. But for now, until we can do all that, until that stuff come in, because it's not supposed to be in for like a month and a half. And I'm hoping that they have it, because they show it to be on order as well. So we'll see. But for right now, this should work. It does seem to work pretty good. Again, you see this is powder coated, and then on this rusty piece of tubing, cleaned up pretty quickly, even with that wore out tip in there. So I'm thinking this will be just fine for what we think we need to do with it, and bide us some time until we can get that going. So anyway, I think that's it. You can see all the media. So what we did with this is we took our siphon tube, stuck it down in a bucket of media. I don't think this is it. No, it's that green bucket. But we just stick it down in a bucket of media, and it siphons up and good to go. So you can see all of the crushed glass media in the driveway here. So anyway, I'm gonna put everything up here, and I got some notes on my phone. I'll look and see if I missed anything. All right, so one more thing I want to do today is swap out these old leaky quick connect deals with these new ones from Harbor Freight. We also picked up, and I do like these. These are more grippy than these ones here. So I gotta run to the shop and get some Teflon tape and I don't know, I might just use Crest wrench to put those back on, if we're being honest. But we'll get these two swapped out. This one did leak unless there's something plugged into it, and then it leaked still, just a little slower. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these swapped out today, and that way they will be good to go. All right, so we got these switched out with the new units from Harbor Freight, and I think we're good. So run it all the way up till it cut off on its own. And speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, and sit here with it for a few minutes, and it hasn't come back on. I don't physically hear anything leaking like before. And if we take our hose here, still have the quick connects, if I can do that right, that come out of the hose. But I figure it'll take a few times doing that, but I mean, we're good. Doesn't seem to be anything leaking. These are very stiff, I imagine being brand new, but our hose is all pressurized with 150 psi of air, so I believe we're good to go. So I'm gonna unplug this unit because I don't like it to stay here plugged in. I'll probably unplug this as well, and then I'll come back out tonight and check it and just make sure it hasn't leaked down or anything like that. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for this one. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please get down there, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one.